Hello, today we are going to be making hot pepper jelly. This is inspired by the Joy of Cooking cookbook's hot pepper jelly. Instead of the red bell pepper and jalapeno, we're going to be using green bell pepper and poblano pepper that we got from a family friend, and we will be substituting the white wine vinegar with apple cider vinegar. So I will put down what we did in the description below. We're going to be mincing all of these peppers today, since that's what the recipe calls for. Okay, we got all of our pepper cut up. And now we're gonna weigh this since we're using liquid pectin with it.
Hang on. Yeah, let's weigh the bowl.
Okay.
How much we need? 1.5 pounds.
So it said the bell pepper is 1 pound, 8 ounces.
24 ounces.
Yeah.
We can see how much the total is and scale accordingly.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Should we finish cutting these up?
Sure, so 33 ounces. Hold on, I'm just going to do a quick check. It's gonna be a little less. 33, 47. It's gonna be, we'll double the recipe.
Okay.
Want me cut?
Sure, if you want to.
Not really, but I will.
We have our stuff warming up on the back burner. Our canner's going, our water bath canner for this. So we got all of our peppers cut up now, or minced, and we're gonna just pour it into the saucepan. We also doubled our recipe, so instead of 1.5 cups of vinegar, I'm gonna be using 3 cups. Now we're gonna bring this to a boil on the stove. Alright, so we boiled that, and once it started boiling, we let it simmer for 10 minutes. Now we're gonna strain. Looks like we got 2 2/3 cup. We're gonna add water in to make it 4. The cookbook says if you don't have enough to add in water, so we're gonna be doing that. And again, we did double this recipe, so instead of 2 cups anyways, we're gonna need 4. All right, added the water, so now we're at 4 cups. We're in the saucepan. So we're going to be adding 5 cups of sugar to this, and we will be bringing it back to a boil on the stove. Right, there's 5. Now we're going to go take this back to the stove and boil it and get our pectin added as well. Now it's rapidly boiling. We're going to add 12 tablespoons of pectin. 6. I'm supposed to skim off any foam that happens too. Alright, so I had a spoon in the freezer, and we found out I didn't leave the spoon in long enough, but I did the gel test to see if it would wrinkle, and it did. So we're golden. I just read in my Joy of Cooking cookbook, and I never realized this. You don't want to typically double batch because it actually can ruin the flavor of the jelly. My bad, but it's turning out okay, so I'm happy with it. Just, I guess, learn from the mistake I made. Alright, so we're gonna be getting this ready though now.
was that?
It's only needs to be in for 10 minutes for us.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna boil it for 10 minutes?
Yes, sir. So once this gets to a hard rolling boil, we're gonna do this for 10 minutes. The book says 5. We are at a height of over 2,000 feet above sea level, so I add an extra 5 minutes because that's what I'm supposed to do with this recipe. So we will be boiling these for 10 minutes. Our stuff's already actually gelling, so that's good. Just, I guess you guys too, if you do a double batch like us, double check, or maybe if you do a double batch like us too, just maybe double check that your stuff is gonna gel. I had a spoon in the freezer for a little bit and it gelled up, so that's how we knew we were good to go. So maybe make sure and check that, especially if you do a bigger batch. I read that might not be the best, but I'm okay with doing that because we have a lot more cowboy candy to go in can. I have another gallon of jalapenos, so I'm trying to do this before I get too tired and fall asleep. Alright, we'll see you in 10 minutes. Everything's all done boiling. I boiled this for the jelly for 10 minutes. What I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to leave it to sit in the canner overnight. That way it cools down and it'll just slowly cool down instead of shocking them when I take them out. I like to do this. I've had my jars actually seal way better doing it this way versus taking them out right away. I don't tend to only do that if I'm in a rush, or yeah, I tend to only take them out right away if I'm in a rush, if we have a ton of stuff to can, but we don't right now. I have to make some more cowboy candy, but I'll just do that tomorrow afterwards, so we'll see you in the morning. Alright, so we have 2 less jars now. I took it and reboiled it. We waited a week because it was not solidifying or gelling at all. We thought it was at first, and then came to realize no. We believe we didn't boil enough water out, so I went and reboiled water, and I actually added about 2 to 4 tablespoons of lemon juice. I just eyeballed it because I couldn't find my measuring cup. And so I did that and boiled it down for an extra couple minutes. I read that could help. So this was only the 3rd time I used liquid pectin. The last time I made jelly, I ended up, I put it labeled as like mint syrup or something, because I meant to make mint jelly and it didn't work. So I don't think we boil it long enough, and I think honestly we do too big of batches when we make it. So I'm gonna try to lessen the batches. I didn't realize you were only supposed to do a small batch at a time, so I will be doing that from now on. Oops, but oh well, we don't learn if we don't make mistakes. So we'll be doing that, and yeah, honestly, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna let it set up a little longer. It's still a bit liquidy, like it just barely moves, so gonna let it sit for another few weeks. We did make dandelion jelly last year, and it took about a month for that to fully set, so maybe this is a little longer. I don't know. It's literally only my 3rd time. This is literally only my 3rd time ever using liquid pectin, so I hope it does set fully. If not, we'll just probably use it as like a marinade for something. But like I said, live and learn. I'll definitely be doing smaller batches in the future. Thank you everyone for coming by and watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you. See you next time.